Update video. Okay, so what new things do I got to talk about? So we have finally gotten some cost sheets telling us all the different prices of what it's going to cost to have a child. And it is, as we already knew, it is astronomical. To start off with, the price of having Jordan's sister donate the eggs is going to cost like roughly like $18,000 or $16,000 for the fertilization process. That's another $8,000 for our gestational carrier, aka our surrogate. That's going to cost something like another $10,000. So we're getting these numbers coming through. This also doesn't include the legal parts of things. We need to get lawyers involved to, make up these contracts for Jordan and me, and for Jordan's sister, and for our surrogate. So getting all of those done, that's not included. So all that. So we're just getting a lot of numbers thrown at us right now. All of a sudden, it's just number after number after number. The positive sides of these are that we're also working now with a financing group that deals with fertility financing. So we're working with them, and they create different packages to try to make the price a little bit more achievable, to get loans out and make them more achievable. But then those numbers are also hardly confusing, and I don't know what's going on. But we're working with all this going on. Meanwhile, we had Jordan's sister over the other day to have her first meeting with the fertility clinic, which was wonderful. She was all teary-eyed about the idea of it's actually happening. So that's super wonderful. But the funny big news that needs to be discussed, the comedic elephant in the room. So they told us that this process, so they are able to create, to get out, to retrieve the eggs, to fertilize the eggs, to make the embryos. But we were then told that in order for them to actually implant those embryos into our surrogates, Jordan and I need to be officially married. So now we're put in a place where this was obviously something that obviously was going to happen at some point. However, we had been focused very much that, okay, well, any money that we have should be going towards the baby, not towards having a big elaborate wedding. And we'll just hold off. And after the baby's born, and then, we can eventually have a nice wedding and a nice ceremony and have have our child be a ring bearer or something like that. How cute and adorable. But now instead we're put in a place where if we want our timeline to still work, being, let's have the baby, on its way starting in like January, January, February, beginning of the year. That means that now we have, roughly, 3 months in order to get married, which is hilarious. So expect some wedding bells in the near future, I guess. Obviously, this is not going to be a massive ceremony by any means. We're thinking, that if anything, I've been kind of discussing with Jordan a lot, the idea of just having something very small, with just a few people, and then, throwing out the invite to everyone if people wanted to come for, a reception of sorts at, maybe at our house, or just somewhere in the area, and doing more of a reception where if people wanted to come and just hang out for the day, it wouldn't be an actual it wouldn't be a real wedding reception, but just, a party, then maybe that'll be something that we'd be able to do. But I hope that, that is something that we are able to do, that people would want to come but again, I'm not expecting many people to come, seeing as it'd be very last minute. And I'm not expecting people to be flying down to Florida for this. But isn't that a crazy thing? So now all of a sudden, we need to get married in order to have a child, which that's good. The child will no longer be, born out of wedlock. So that's fun. I won't use the term for that. All right, but anywho, I just want to touch base. Obviously a lot is happening. Things are finally starting to kind of take effect. I need to make appointments for our Psychological evals, I think that's the next thing that I'm going to be doing. We need to get those going because regardless of all the pricing, psychological evals are on us. That's not going to be covered by any kind of package or any kind of this or that. So I need to pay for those. So I might as well just get those appointments going. So let's make sure that we're all psychologically prepared for this. Yeah. But yeah, so thank you again for all your continued support. I love all of you. I will, once again, try to be more regular with posting updates, and I'll talk to all of you soon.